Good day or good evening, whatever time it is at the time you're watching this video. Hi everyone. All I kept getting while I was setting up was there's something in the air today. There's something in the air today. That's all I keep hearing. And while this does have a little bit of like an ominous feeling to it, it's not necessarily something to fear, is what I'm picking up on here. So let's go ahead and grab the cards. I chose this deck to work with today. It's called Arcana Folia Oracles. And we'll just go ahead and tap in and see what's going on here. It's quite interesting. So the first one that we had come out is card number 38 with success. Gradual success with thoughtful actions. So there's something here that has been worked on for quite some time. And the successes have been accomplished over a long period of time, is what I'm hearing with this card. We have gossip, card number 4. Word spreads fast. So that could be that something in the air, that kind of feeling. And then we have a sneaky person, number 42. A person with a questionable moral compass. Interesting. Okay. So I feel like these two go together. And that is speaking of this, like something in the air, something that's ominous in nature, something just a little bit of a darker energy, not necessarily something to fear, but to be aware of, moreover. And then we have soulmate, number 46, someone from your soul tribe. There's someone that is supposedly from your soul tribe that has questionable things. See, now, with the soulmate, the soul tribe card coming out after this, I feel like this kind of person here with the questionable morale and the gossip is someone who is within what would be considered as a soul tribe, or what you maybe thought was soul tribe. And perhaps this is starting to reveal otherwise to you. And this is someone who you have worked with for a very long time, and you've gained a lot of success by working with this person. But things seem to be coming to a head here, and it's not a good one. I'm hearing that there was a lot of things that were done behind your back by this person, a lot of sneakiness, which is understandable why this sneaky person card came out. This very well could be a family member, I'm hearing as well. And this could have led you to that thought of them being a member of the soul tribe, but not quite understanding that just because they're family within this lifetime here in the physical does not mean that they are, a part of your soul group, This person worked with you, and you guys obtained a lot of success together, but the whole time this person had ulterior motives. I'm hearing the reason why you are not fearing this anymore is because of the fact that this has been brought to light, and you have discovered what is actually going on. And I keep hearing the words, keeping your enemies closer. You know that saying, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. And so this is how you're dealing with this situation. you're turning it into more of like an observational mission. And slowly over time, you are collecting evidence, is what I'm hearing. You're collecting, especially with this success, you know, gradually. You're then able to kind of take every little thing that this person does and kind of put it in your back pocket, so to speak. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle some tarot here. So this long-term success that you guys hold, you know, mutually, you are keeping kind of like the ball in play. But now your motives have shifted as well. Sorry if the camera jumped. I tapped it. So anyways, this has that vibe of, you know, tricking the trickster. Becoming the trickster to trick the trickster. It's very involved for you. And every single little slip up that this person makes from here on out is just adding to your tool shed, basically. It's adding to the ammunition that you are saving up for a later date. But I'm feeling like the longer this goes on, the more it's kind of causing a pain for you to have to be functional with this person on a regular basis. It's becoming more and more difficult. Let's go ahead and see what we have here. Yeah, see, it's becoming a burden. It's exactly what I was feeling. Like, is this really worth it in the end? Is it really worth it to trick the trickster? Is it really worth it now that you know what you know about this person? The fact that they very well could be a family member as well plays into it as well. And there's that dynamic of, well, they're family, so I need to continue to help them succeed, and they continue to kind of help me succeed, even though they're being sneaky and have ulterior motives. So that's that burden feeling there with the 10 of Wands. Let's see what else. And we have Strength in reverse. And we have the Lovers in reverse. I have to grab something to cover this one up with. With the Strength in reverse, there's that questioning there that I was hitting on. You know, like questioning whether this is all worth it in the end. Whether this kind of burden that this put on you is, you know, worth the enduring, you know, worth the endurance. It's trying to work with something that is completely out of balance, like the Lovers in reverse, but also trying to maintain a balance at the same time. You have this feeling of like this is really, really like starting to affect your energy as well. You're usually a bright, happy person. You're usually like, you're giving me the vision of frolicking in the wilderness in flowers, and, you know, like the 10 of Cups card kind of with the rainbow over your head. Like, you're usually in that energy. But since this all kind of occurred here, it's really bogged you down. It's really affected you. And that's why you're starting to question, hey, should I keep playing this game? Or, you know, what is the alternative, though? There's this feeling of there is no alternative, and that you have to just keep going is the modality that you're in currently. Two more. We have the Magician. And we have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Swords, sorry. You're trying to find a way to utilize what you have learned about this person. You know? You're trying to figure out how it's all going to come together in a complete, wholeness, and how to use what this person is doing in order to turn it into something that is more beneficial for yourself. And I'm just going to pull some off the top here. We have the Six of Cups in reverse, and we have the Five of Wands in reverse. This may have something to do with your parental unit. But with the Six of Cups being in reverse, it's showing, holding on to things in the past and kind of like leaving the comfort zone of, what the past was. Because when I say that, I hear the comfort zone itself that you put yourself in here in this situation is a fraud. It's fraudulent. It's illusionary, And so that's kind of what this truth here that's coming out is talking about. The Six of Cups also speaks about gaining independence, leaving the comfortability, because that comfortability was in fact illusionary, and being able to move on from that. I really feel like Spirit is reminding you to not hyperfixate yourself on the good times and really gain the perspective of all of these good times here. All of this comfort is something that needs to be kind of reassessed. And the more you begin to observe and study it, the more you're going to understand the sneakiness of this person or these people in general. And that is going to take a lot of strength. And that is going to cause you to have these questions in your mind of, is this all worth it? And with the Five of Wands in reverse coming out, after all this questioning, it signifies the end of conflict. And the Five of Wands in reverse just kind of reiterates what you're doing right now. You are avoiding conflict, and you are kind of like taking a step back and acting as if you don't know, even though you know, which is quite interesting. I think that was the title of one of the videos that came out last week. But you are trying to keep the peace in the process, basically, is what this Five of Wands is speaking of. But another thing that the Five of Wands speaks of in reverse is the ending of conflicts, a truce, peace, the end of a battle. And so this is kind of like a double-edged sword, which I find very hilarious, because I kind of see the Ace of Swords in that manner sometimes as well, the double-edged sword. That yes, all of these things are being endured, and yes, they all need to be endured. But there is the outcome of peace here. There is the outcome of being able to finally move on. And the bottom line here is to stay focused on your own path at this point. To use the successes that you have gained all this time and kind of take a pivot and a turn and focusing more on your own end game rather than all of this here. This card also speaks of not allowing yourself to get lost in comparison too. So there's a letting go process of comparing the past comforts, comparing, what your future successes are going to look like without this person or these people, and more of honing in on your personal outcome, standing alone, at peace with the outcome, whatever it may be. You are at this contemplative state right now, this Four of Cups. And yeah, you feel as if you're at a standstill right now. You've got the Hanged Man in reverse as well. I'm just pulling off the bottom of the deck at this point. You're feeling like you are at a standstill. You're contemplating all of these things. But what you don't see here, is this kind of victory here. This kind of ending to this whole scenario. By doing, you know, what you're already doing. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Yes, this is getting you out of your comfort zone. This is taking your comfort away. This is how you see it right now. But what you don't see coming is this Ace of Pentacles. After all this is said and done, this is what you are going to be left with yourself. My eye is not usually taken to this fact, but in the classic Ace of Pentacles depiction, we have this archway here. And the archway came through in the short for the weekly reading this week. And so the leaving of this comfort zone, things getting shaken up is what I'm hearing. This is going to shake up a lot of shit, is what I'm hearing. Yes, that is going to happen. You're right. You are. But you are being asked at this point to not give in to the self-doubt that it's creating within your own mentee, and to let go of the past, become the magician in this situation with this sword that was handed to you, the sword meaning the truth, right? This is burdensome. It is. But there is a huge win here at the end for you. And I feel like that was kind of the confirmation that you were asking for with this reading. With the Hanged Man in reverse, I often think of it as gaining a footing. You know, when it's in reversed, he's able to stand on his own feet again, instead of just hanging upside down all willy-nilly, right? And so there is a sure footing here that is going to be gained by you going through this. And this life experience in itself is teaching you something that's very, very important for your future successes in life. And it's only going to educate you further on what to do with this new pentacle here, this Ace of Pentacles, this opportunity of walking through a threshold into something that is new and into something that becomes a little bit more independent for you, rather than, you know, trying to work as a team with team players that are being facetious. And I heard the words "thank you" very, very loudly. That lets me know that this confirmation message is complete. You're welcome. And I thank you for tapping in with your energy and for allowing me to be the one to do this for you as well. I thank each and every one of you on this channel for allowing the space for this message to come through as well. I hope you all are doing wonderfully and are happy, healthy, and abundant in all areas and all sanctions, regardless of what might be going on around you. Until next time, we love you. Bye.